Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Welcome to r/TodayIF. Well, get this, in the first post, user/drown the sailor siren sells their brother on eBay. Obligatory, didn't happen today, happened in 2000. I was 12, my mum was annoyed at my brother, 2.5 years younger than me, for some reason, and me being ever helpful, decided that I would take care of the situation. So, for Mother's Day, I decided the best course of action would be to just get rid of him. I posted my brother on eBay, and after a few days and several bids, I managed to sell him to someone in Taiwan for $17. Don't ask me how in the hell I managed to do this and not get it taken down. Looking back, I can't make sense of it. So once I sold him, I then was faced with a thought that hadn't crossed my 12-year-old mind. How am I going to ship him? So I ignored it because according to the internet, what I did was illegal. And what better way to make something go away than to just ignore it? 2 weeks later, I'm thinking I'm in the clear because I just stopped getting on eBay, and again, my 12-year-old brain thinks nobody knows me and I'll never have to think about this again. What's an IP address? Until my family and I are eating dinner and there's a knock at the front door. I instantly got nervous because nobody uses that door, so it must be serious or someone we don't know. My dad comes back into the kitchen a few minutes later and tells my brother to go to his room, and for me to follow my dad. I walk into the family room to have a seat in front of 2 state police and the state's version of FBI. eBay reported me to the state police and my IP address was acquired. They were not, however, expecting a 12-year-old girl to walk into the room as their culprit. I got a slap on the wrist and a formal ban from eBay until I was 18, and a very, very long talk from the feds about what I had done. And I can't help but think about this poor Taiwanese man who got cheated out of a young little boy that he got for $17 on eBay. And here's our next post by user/FK126. Happened this morning. I'm not a fan of grocery shopping. It's always crowded and chaotic. Usually, I go together with my boyfriend so we can get over it twice as fast. Now, with the virus, they only allow X amount of people into the store at the same time, and they urge you to do your shopping alone and keep 1.5 meters apart. I decided to go by myself this morning, while my boyfriend is off to work. He has an essential job and still has to go every day. Luckily, it wasn't too crowded this morning, and I could get inside without waiting. Nevertheless, I wanted to go in and out as quickly as possible. Our supermarket has those hand scanners with which you can scan the products yourself. Then, after scanning, you just have to pay and get out. I really like this because it's a lot faster than waiting in line for the cashier. Inside the supermarket, I was getting a little stressed as some people were not keeping their distance as they should be. So I started rushing even more. They had a pretty good sale on wine with 50% off, so I decided to take 2 boxes with me, 6 bottles each. I quickly loaded them onto my cart, grabbed the remaining items I needed, and quickly went to the pay desk. Since I had some beer and wine, a lady came over to check my age, and after that, I could pay and go. Once at home, I checked the receipt to see if the discount from the wine was calculated correctly. But then, I noticed the wine wasn't on the receipt at all. I must have totally forgotten to scan it, so I just stole 12 bottles from the supermarket. I just went to the supermarket again to tell them about my mistake. Both because it didn't feel right and because I didn't want them to find out and put me on a blacklist or something as I go there regularly. The cashier had to laugh at my story and could understand my mistake. She was very happy I came by again to pay anyway. Kudos to you for the honesty, OP, but you basically got 100% off your wine, which is a lot better than 50% off, though for wine that's still a pretty good deal. And here's our next post by user/oatmealhater. I needed to top up some groceries while our stores have stock, and while I'm at it, I might as well grab a bunch of stuff. I ordered over $300 of groceries, so it was a lot. And because I'm very committed to quarantining, I opted for the drop-off at the front door and please don't talk to me delivery option. Works for me since I'm not wearing a bra, only a tank and boy shorts. Get a notification on my phone that my groceries have been delivered. A little weird that they didn't even ring the doorbell, but oh well. Stealth delivery really means business. I step outside, no groceries anywhere in sight. I'm like, okay, I wasn't even sure what to do. Did my driver run away with my goods? I don't even know at this point. As I'm squinting off into the horizon under the blazing sun, I notice a woman outside of her house down the road from me with her hands on her hips, staring at a huge pile of groceries someone had left on her porch. So I'm running down the road, holding my chest so that it doesn't bounce in my face, and blinding the passers-by with my glowing white legs and butt. I'm like, stop, those are my groceries. A little surprised by the aggression in my voice. Where did that come from? It's not like she's stealing them. She's like, oh, okay, I'll help you bring them to your door. Her teenage son helped too. It took the three of us 3 full trips to get everything to my house, with my bum hanging out and my bus dragging on the ground. I know they were wondering how it's possible someone could be so white that they were almost translucent, and still have a butt even whiter yet. I get home, thank her and her son for their help, and apologize for the mix-up. She eyes my Oreos and comments how she wishes she had some Oreos. I probably should have offered them to her for her help, but I didn't. I need Oreos. We're in a global pandemic. I'm sweating like a man, chest chafed from dragging on the sidewalk because of my lack of bra, and mortified my entire neighborhood has now seen what I look at without clothes on. I get inside, see my phone has a million missed calls from my husband and a message saying, answer me. 7-year-old son's name is crying and says you were kidnapped. I find my 7-year-old hugging my 2-year-old, hiding in my room, both crying. 7-year-old said he saw me being taken down the road in my underwear with 2 people he'd never seen before. So now I just got finished disinfecting all my groceries, but it probably doesn't even matter. I've been stuck inside the house for weeks with no contact with the outside world, only to have my neighbors touch all my stuff, breathe within 6 feet of me, all while parading practically naked through my neighborhood like the trollop I am. And look OP, don't worry, I wouldn't have parted with my Oreos either. That cookie is sacred and not for sharing. And here's our next post by user/raiseThemKind. I really didn't think this could possibly backfire on me until about 30 minutes ago. My daughter is dramatic. She would step on a piece of dirt on the floor and fall down screaming, "Me hurt foot!" or hit her head on a pillow and make a huge deal out of it. We don't watch soccer, so I have no idea where this behavior came from. She's 2, I'm her mum, so she believes everything I say. I used this to my advantage and told her that kisses fix everything. Stub your toe, get a kiss. Smack yourself in the face with a broom, kiss. Cut your finger with a fake knife, kiss. It was going great. She caught on quick and instead of screaming, always asked for a kiss for her hurt. How could this go wrong? Well, I didn't foresee the world falling apart and needing to work from home with my 6-month-old and 2-year-old. Some days it's great, they're amazing, and the only reason I'm staying sane. Other days, nothing makes you reevaluate your decisions to have 2 kids 18 months apart like being trapped in a house with them 24/7. I'm kidding, of course. Today is one of those days. My daughter was eating her breakfast while I was on video call. She bit her tongue and started crying. Then she stopped and I saw the look on her face. She recovered and I thought she figured it out on her own and forget about it. So I sit on a very important video meeting and my 2-year-old comes in screaming, "Mommy, kiss my tongue!" I'm trying to shift my 6-month-old so I can turn off the audio and video. I managed to mute it after she screamed, of course, but didn't get the video shut off in time. My 2-year-old sticks her tongue out and shoves it at me for a kiss as I'm opening my mouth to tell her no. And that's how her tongue went straight into my mouth while all my co-workers were watching. Next time on our series of unfortunate events, she'll probably be naked climbing the cabinets in the background. And here's our next post by user/AaronHead. This happened just today. I, 36 female, was in bed this morning with my 34 male boyfriend after a long night of partying. For context, I don't live with him and I was leaving to go fetch my kids from their dad who lives a 2-hour drive away. Now, boyfriend is absolutely terrible the morning after. A grumpy pee-pee pot of misery if you've ever seen one. He just can't handle hangovers. So he starts whining that he's hungry and I offer to order some skip the dishes for him. What does he want? He wants McDonald's. But he wants nuggets. And it's 10 AM. No nuggets yet. He jokingly says he wants 60 nuggets, and we get to naked bantering, and I say, "I'm gonna order you those nuggets, and you better eat them all." Now I need to get out to town, so I get dressed and ask him seriously what he wants. Cool, 20 nuggets, a McChicken meal for his daughter, and a strawberry milkshake. I'm in the car, and being the ridiculous person I am, order the 60 nuggets, chortling with glee. Well, apparently it's not funny. It is pretty frickin' funny. It's financially irresponsible and a terrible idea. His texts, which were numerous, are all along the lines of, "You're stupid, why would you waste your money on chicken nuggets? It's not funny." Which makes me mad, so I end up calling him a stuck-up prick, telling him off, and that I hope he poops nuggets for a week. So yep, I got dumped over 60 chicken nuggets. OP, those extra 20 bucks you spent on nuggets, if you had invested them in the stock market with a 7% average annual return, then in 50 years time when you were 86, you could have had almost $600 instead. That's pretty financially irresponsible of you spending 20 bucks on chicken nuggets. But guys, I think that story is gonna be the last one for the day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel for Reddit videos 3 times every single week. But with that said, that is it from me. I hope you all enjoyed, and all I want to do is see you all here next time. See you later, guys.